Hey, what is up guys, it is your boy, I'm up here today bringing you another video today, and today guys we're going to be going over the Awoken pack sales that will be going on later this week after maintenance. So if you are wanting to get one of them, I will tell you which one has the best value, which of the packs have the best units and all that good stuff. Also, I will be covering the true weapons as well, so this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual, but I just want to explain everything as perfectly as possible and as clearly as possible because I'm pretty sure these packs are going to cost anywhere from 60 USDs to 100 USDs. So yeah, they're going to be pretty expensive, but I think they're definitely worth it. So let's get into this. So we go into the mail right here. We're going to scroll down right here. This is the packs that we are talking about. So we have the 5 Awoken packs. Now let me explain how these packs work because some of you guys may not know. So you have Fire, Water, Earth, Light, and Dark. So how these packs work is you are able to buy 2 of each pack. So you can buy 2 of the Water, 2 of the Fire, 2 of Earth, 2 of Light, and 2 of Dark. Like I said, they're going to be like $60 to $100. They're going to be somewhere in there, or maybe they may be a little bit less than 60, but I don't expect anything less than 50. Keep it a whole beat. So, like I said, you can buy 2 of each pack. Whenever you buy one of the packs, you will be given a total of 190 crystals, 10 lucky apples, 10 large stamina pots, 10 rainbow drops, and then 3 LB stones, and you will get 1 Awoken unit at random from the pack that you bought from. So if you bought the fire pack, you will get 1 of the 5 that is here. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you buy the water pack, you'll get 1 of the 5. You cannot select them. It is completely random. Okay? So with that being said, let's get into this. We're going to break down each of the typings, each one, and then tell you which one is the best that you should choose. So let's get to the fire pack, including Clyde, Ragna, Mira, Rasu, and Leanne. This pack is pretty much lackluster. The only 2 good units in this entire pack is Clyde and Leanne. Mira is good as well, but Mira does need burn in order for her to be good. Also, Clyde does need his true weapon in order for him to be good. Leanne is definitely the only standout option from this pack. Now, I want to say real quick is that Leanne is able to be bought from the shop in her $30 bundle. Her Master Summoning Pack, you can buy Leanne and Daisy. Daisy is in the water one for $30. So if you want Leanne herself, you can just go buy her straight up. And if you want Daisy herself, you can just go buy her straight up from the Master Summoning Pack. So yeah. Also, and it's extremely cheaper. It's going to be a lot cheaper than this. But that's pretty much it for the fire typing. Nothing else is really needed to be said. Clyde, extremely good on mono fire. Leanne, extremely good on mono fire. Mira, extremely good on mono fire. But definitely this pack, I want to say, is probably the weakest out of all of them. So yeah, moving on to the water pack is Corsair, Yomi, Roy, Est, and Daisy. Corsair being an extremely good attacker slash sub-attacker. Some people call her sub-attackers because she's able to freeze and give art gen and all that stuff, but she's an attacker. Yeah, so Corsair being extremely good. She does need her true weapon though for her to be extremely good. Yomi is actually kind of a sleeper hit at times because she's extremely good against any type of dragon boss. I know she's extremely effective on one of the Dungeon of Trials floors, so if you need to complete that, I think you have to complete it with mono water, or mono water is the best team to beat it with. So yeah, she's extremely good on that floor, but I wouldn't really recommend like spending however $60 to $100 to get her. Also, like I said, this video is recorded before maintenance, so I don't know the price of the packs. That's why I'm saying 60 to 100 USDs. So just keep that in mind as well. So yeah, Yomi, not really all that. She is good at some times, but not all the time. She's very situational. Roy, we all know Roy. He's the meme of Grand Summoners. Don't really need to say anything else about him. Est is probably the best from this entire pack next to Corsair and Daisy. Est is an extremely good water attacker, probably the best water attacker we have in the game currently. So if you need her, you can get her, but at the same time, I don't really think that you should spend, however much money these packs are going to cost to get her, because she is good, but she's not anything. She's not worth like no $60 or $80 to get. You know what I mean? She is very good though, but yeah, I don't think that she's worth that. Also, Daisy is extremely good as well, but you can just straight up buy Daisy from the Master Summoning Pack, which is extremely cheaper. So if you want Leanne or Daisy, or if you want both of them, don't buy these packs. Just go buy the Master Summoning Pack, and yeah, you get a bunch of other stuff too. You get a bunch of like equipment and everything, so it's extremely good. So yeah, apart from that though, I think water is also kind of lackluster. The only good units in water is also Corsair, Est, and Daisy. Corsair is reliant on True Weapon, so you have to get her True Weapon in order for her to even be top tier, or A tier, let me say. Est is really good as well. She does rely heavily on breaking the boss though, so there's that, which isn't really a problem. Daisy is really solid breaker, really good breaker. Moving on from that, we have the Earth units. We have Arth, Finn, Pola, Nurm, and Folsey. So I'm pretty sure that's Narim and not Nurm, but still. So out of all these units, who is the best? Of course, Finn, right? Finn's the best. If you did not select Finn from the unit of choice, this is probably your best chance to get him, because it's a 1 in 5 chance for you to get Finn. But let me just say this before I tell you that, hey, I recommend this. Me personally, I don't even recommend this pack. This has the same exact problem as the Finn banner. The exact same problem that I told you guys in my Finn banner before you summon on the classic banners. This has the exact same problem. This pack is ass. Like, no lie. Arth and Finn are pretty much the best units from this pack. Pola, her awakening that she gets later on in the future is decent, but not really anything to brag about. Nurm is an okay arena unit, that's about it. Folsey is literally probably the worst banner unit on any banner, probably next to Coco, so there's that as well. Apart from that though, like, yeah, like Pola, you can get her in like the daily summons that you do, the free daily summons. You can get her in Rookie's Rock. There's a ton of things that you can get Pola from. She's not even a Hero Fest exclusive unit, so there's that. Also, I want to say too is that Folsey is Hero Fest exclusive, but she should just be, I don't know, in the Rookie's Rock too, because she's garbage. Apart from that though, like everything else in that, I just don't recommend it. I think Earth is probably almost as weak, or probably the same tier as the Fire pack. So yeah, I don't really agree with anybody picking this. The only reason why I could see you buying this pack is if you're like a collector and you have like all the 5 stars and you don't have, let's say, Pola, and she's the only 5-star you're missing, then yeah, this is probably your best chance to get her. That's the only way how I see you buying this Earth pack. If you want Arth, you get them from the Alch summons, you get them from the 5-star tickets. You know what I mean? So there's that. Apart from that, like Finn, there's chances to get Finn later on. If you pick Finn from the unit of choice, thank God, because you see what he's in now. This is literally like, he's the only person that's shining in the Earth pack. So yeah, hopefully you guys picked him from the unit of choice. Now, moving on from that, probably the best 2 packs that you could pick from this is Light and Dark. Now let me just say, I think the Light pack is probably the best well-rounded pack on this list. So, the Light pack includes Fina, Zorg, Lee, Sila, and Mixi. Now, Fina is the best sub-attacker in the game. Now, of course, she does require her True Weapon in order for her to be extremely good, but she is the best best sub-attacker in the entire game. Her True Weapon is going to be extremely easy to get since we're going to be having the First Friends campaign coming up very, very soon. So there's nothing to have to worry about with that. Hold on a second. So you're going to be able to get her True Weapon from that with the First Friends campaign. Also, Zorg, which we're moving on from Fina. Zorg is an extremely good light attacker. A lot of people got mad at me for saying that Zorg was a tank. I didn't say he was a tank. I compared him to a bruiser because he is the closest thing we have to a bruiser in Grand Summoners. And I compared him to that because he's a light attacker, but he's an extremely defense kind of heavy light attacker. His True Weapon increases his defense. His defense is above average, I want to say, for most like attackers in the game, so that's extremely good. Like I say, he's the closest thing we have to a bruiser in this game, which a bruiser is a tank that likes to do damage, but Zorg is like a mini tank in that sense because he has some really good defense stats. Of course, he has nothing that negates damage or anything, but he does have sustain, which with his skill, his true art is able to feint the enemy. His defense stat is actually extremely good. His HP stat, I think, is okay. Yeah, I think it's like, what, like 6 or 7, I think it's like 6k or maybe 7k, I can't remember off the top of my head, so that's also really good. So hey, Zorg, in my opinion, is very slept on. A lot of people shit on this old man. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean, but hey, in my personal opinion, I think Zorg's a sleeper hit, man. Zorg is, if you don't have Freed and you're running a mono light team, you don't have Freed and you need a good light attacker, Zorg's your guy. Zorg is your guy. Put him on the team, man. You run him with Mako and Sunny. He's not going to have any BE problems, really, and you're going to be perfectly fine. So, yeah, if you need a good light attacker, Zorg is your guy. Moving on from that, we have Lise. Lise is probably the weakest out of anyone on this list. And then people could probably argue Mixi if you auto everything. But Lise is not auto-friendly at all. She is literally only a healer in GS. She doesn't do anything else. She only heals. And she also can revive people whenever they die. Apart from that, though, nothing else is really too crazy about Lise. Lise can have, well, she has two different modes, which I say this is why she's not auto-friendly. Because, for example, every time you use her skill, she switches between her heal mode and her attack mode. When she's in her attack mode, her true art changes from being an attack true art to a heal true art, or, well, in attack mode, it switches from being a heal true art from being to an attack mode true art. And then whenever she's in heal mode, her attack mode true art switches from being attack mode to heal mode. So instead of it doing damage, it will heal in heal mode, and then whenever she's in attack mode, it will do damage. So you kind of understand what I'm saying. Also, it paralyzes well. So she's not very auto friendly because, for example, let's say like if you're autoing an event and then you need that heal to go off, and then she switches to attack mode, uses her attack true art, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll just die. So yeah, not really that good in that sense. Another thing is too is that she is probably the weakest on this entire list, for light units at least. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a bad option if you don't have Sunny, Finn, Mako, or Serpa. I don't know why I couldn't remember their names. She is probably your next best option for a healer for your team. But most time on mono light teams, she's replaced by Fina. So for example, most people run Fina, Mako, Freed, and like Platina, or like Sunny or something like that. So she's able to get a ton of art gen, so there is that. Apart from that though, yeah, Lise isn't really all that, so she's probably the weakest on the list. So hopefully I don't really recommend her if you're trying to pull on this specific thing for that. Next is Sila. Sila is extremely good. She's one of the best tanks in the game. Of course, Gerald, whenever Gerald comes out later this week, he will rival Sila, because Sila and Gerald are pretty much the same unit, just different typings. Gerald is, of course, a fire type unit, or a fire type tank. Sila is a light type tank. So yeah, Sila does make the Rags Giant Boss though extremely easy, or any type of hard content that you can't get through just brute forcing or nuking the event, or break nuking, whatever the case may be. You can use Sila, and you're able to build a sustain team revolving around Sila, and you will be able to beat most content in the game. Of course, it may take you a long time, but Sila's just going to tank everything, and she's just going to make everything just super easy if you're having a rough time at all. So Sila is definitely that go-to for a tank slot if you need a tank. Moving on from that, we have Mixi, an A-tier sub-attacker. I would say personally though, if you know how to use her right, she's S-tier sub-attacker. This unit is extremely good, but it's probably the most skill-based unit in Grand Summoners, which is crazy to me because Grand Summoner skill-based, what? But with Mixi, she does have a little bit of a skill gap because she's not auto-friendly at all. Good God, do not use this unit autoing at all. It is completely trash. You have to play completely manual if you are using Mixi, which is kind of garbage because it's just goodness, I have to play completely manual. Even if I'm playing solo, I have to play manual then for all of my units, which sucks, right? So sometimes, not all the time, I don't mind playing manual, so it doesn't bother me. But Mixi, her skill is able to negate and counter attack, which is extremely good. So her skill, whenever she gets attacked, if you pop her skill, she'll put her umbrella in front of her, and it will negate any damage that she receives, and she will counter attack with poison, which is extremely good, and also do some light damage as well. So that's extremely good. Her normal art is able to, I think, buff her own art's damage, if I'm not mistaken, if she is able to counterattack. And I forgot the rest of the stuff with her normal art. But her normal art is a complete counterattack. Whenever you pop it, you have to make sure that she is able to get that negate damage and you're able to counterattack. Because if you are not able, if no damage hits her whenever you use her normal art, then her normal art doesn't go off. Well, it still goes off, but not the bonus art damage effect. It's just, it hits the umbrella, or like if nothing hits the umbrella, then yeah, it's kind of like, oh, I guess I'll die. I just wasted my normal art. And then her true art is able to lower poison resistance by 100% and also reduce the enemy's light resistance by 25%, I think. I could be wrong about that. I think it's 25. I think it could be 15. It's one of the two, but either way, that's an extremely good damage buff for any light elemental unit. So she's extremely good on a light team if you need to run her on a light team. Also, later on down the line, she will be extremely good in a raid coming out, apparently, from what people are telling me. So there's that as well if you care about that. But yeah, my personal opinion, I think Mixi is an extremely good unit. Her slots are also phenomenal. She has like a 5-star support slot, which is crazy. 5-star magic slot, and then I forgot what her last slot is. So she's really good. Mixi is a very sleeper hit. You do have to play completely manual for her though. But hey, the light pack, no light, best pack on this tier list. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. It's best pack. 10 out of 10. I love the light pack on this list. Definitely has the most value. You're getting the biggest bang for your buck with the light pack, in my opinion. Now moving on from that, a lot of people may say OP. I don't think you are, because with the dark pack, you're getting 2 S tiers. If you summon, you have a chance to get 2 S tiers. So you get Regulus, which is the best attacker in the game. He is the crit god, the nuke god. Regulus, extremely good. You do need his true weapon though for him to be extremely good though. Apart from that, Regulus is extremely good. You know, being able to increase everyone's crit chance up to 100%. Also, his true weapon will be able to reduce dark resistance by 50%. So you're able to do a ton of damage to enemies. Especially running him on a dark team, so he is extremely good. Regulus, not really much else to say. Best attacker in the game. Moving on from that, Rags is the second best attacker in the game. Nothing really else to say. Whenever you put him and Regulus on the same team, he does like stupid damage. Like literally, he hits for like over like 800k to 1 million, just because why not? Also, I want to say too is that Rags, the only problem with Rags is that Rags requires you to beat the Rags Giant Boss event. For a lot of people, that is not possible because of the units they have. Because the Rags Giant Boss event is very unit specific. If you do not have the specified units that you need to beat that boss, then you can't do it. You know what I mean? So it is extremely difficult. I feel so bad for people whenever people come into the Discord and everything, they're asking for help, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll help you, but do you have at least like one of these units? And I name like, you know, the 5 or 6 units that is able to beat it, and they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, dang, we really can't do it, or if we do it, it's gonna come down to complete luck if we're able to beat it. So that really sucks. I feel really bad for those people because they can't awaken Rags. Of course, you can do the pro version, which is extremely easier, which I recommend farming that if you can't do the Awoken version, because that's very easy. 10% chance to drop the Awoken fragments for Rags on the pro version, and you're able to awaken them like that. Of course, it takes a lot longer, but hey, you're able to do it like that. So yeah, Rags though, best attacker, or second best attacker in the game, extremely good. Rim is coming up next. She is a sub attacker. Rim is very slept on. She is really good. On Mono Dark, she is extremely good. She's able to lower. Isn't she able to lower all elemental resistances? Alright, sorry about that, guys. We are back. So what I was talking about with Rim, unfortunately, well, my audio got corrupted, so, but apart from that though, we're back. So Rim is, like I said, extremely good. She's very slept on. A lot of people don't really judge her as being like super good. I think she's an extremely good unit. Also, doesn't it tell me what she does like down here? Let me see. Does it? Okay, no, it doesn't. That sucks then. So I'm going off top of like my head. I don't remember completely what Rim does. But yeah, she's able to buff up enemy or like your type advantage. So for example, if you're a dark unit going up against a light unit, you will deal with everyone on your team with her true art, I think it is, you're able to deal increased damage to them. And also I think she lowers all resistances or something like that. It's something like that. I'm not completely sure what she does, but Rim is an extremely good sub attacker. I can't remember off the top of my head like the exact stuff that she does, but she does apply a debuff that is extremely good. I do remember that. So she is very good as a sub attacker for dark units. Apart from that though, Rim is probably the third best option on the list from the dark units. After that, the other units are kind of garbage. So Courtney is probably the fourth best option. Courtney is an okay sub attacker. She's able to reduce break resistance by 50%, right? And then she's able to increase, I forgot what she's able to increase. Is it damage by 100%? I don't think it's damage. It's something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, so Courtney is okay. Number 2 is completely garbage. Don't even want to talk about her too. So there is that. So out of the list from the Awoken packs, the best one is of course, like I said, the light pack in my opinion. But if you already have all of these units, or if you already have all the light units, then definitely the dark pack is your second best option for them. So yeah, if you just started playing the game, the light pack is definitely the biggest bang for your buck in my opinion. So yeah, apart from that though, that is the Awoken packs and yeah, that's the Awoken packs. So now covering the true weapons, which I'm assuming the true weapons will be the exact counterparts to them. So yeah, so the true equips. So I'm just going ahead and say this. If you are planning on buying this, okay, some of this stuff does have limited time stuff in it, which is cool, which actually is very good because some of this stuff is really good. So let's move on from this. So we have the fire typings. We have Clyde's true weapon, Mira's true weapon, Ragna's true weapon right there, true daybreak, yes, Ragna, Mira's necklace, that is a event equip, Snow Lady Mira, that is of course a Christmas equipment. I'm not for sure what these Christmas equips do. I don't think they're that good, but I think they're pretty solid. I don't think they're like super top tier though. But out of the fire typings, probably, like I said, one of the weakest ones. I'm not for sure what the Mira halter necklace does. Does it tell me down here like what they do? All-star equip summons. Let me see. Okay, this is just showing me. Okay, yeah, so I guess it's not going to show me yet. So I'm not for sure what the Christmas equipment does. I'm going to not be able to make like an estimate on that. What I'll do is whenever the Christmas equipment comes out, or whenever we get the details on what the Christmas equipment does, the gacha ones, I will update in the comment section or the description. I will pin my comment, or it will be in the description. I will tell you which is the best for the Christmas equips. But yeah, so judging off this, of course, Clyde's true weapon is really good. True Noble Bamet is okay. It is Mira's true weapon. It does have a chance to burn, but Mira's Rose Guardian, from her, I think that's what it's called, from the Mira event, it has a 100% chance to burn, so it's the best like burning equipment you can put on her. So yeah, a true weapon is kind of like it's not really all that. The best true weapon from this list is definitely Clyde's true weapon. So the fire pack, I wouldn't recommend doing this on. The water pack is kind of the same way. The best true weapon is of course Corsairs and Est from this, so that's about it. Corsair needs her true weapon in order for her to be super top tier, so if you're going to be using Corsair, you can maybe try your hand at this. Of course, this is also random too, so you're not able to you know, just pick this, or whatever the case may be. So you're not able to pick this just because why not, you know what I mean? It's going to be random. So but yeah, in my personal opinion, the water is also one of the weakest ones to pick from. Moving on to the earth typing, which actually the earth typing for true weapons is not bad. So we have Clyde's true weapon, which is good. You need that for Clyde if you are going to be using him. He needs his true weapon for him to be good. Finn's true weapon, I still stand by what I said in my what true weapon you should, or which true weapon you should choose from the true weapon ticket. I still stand by what I said from that. It still, I don't think, is all that great. With Finn's true weapon, you don't need it. You could just use his event weapon, which is the spirit sword from his event. That's extremely good on him. His true weapon is also good on other units. Apart from that, though, he doesn't need it at all. He's already top tier without it. And even with it, it's just kind of like, oh, it's not really that big of a bonus. So there's that. Move on to Finn's Pirate Hat. I can't remember what Finn's Pirate Hat does. I think it's a support item that gives art gauge, I think, or something like that, or art damage. It's something. So I don't remember exactly what Finn's Pirate Hat does, but I do remember what his suit does. If this is the suit, I'm almost positive, the swashbuckling Finn suit. This right here is extremely good. One of the best support equips in the game. This is an instant LDH. If this is the suit that I'm thinking of, this is the instant LDH suit from Finn. What I mean by that is this instantly gives you 100 art gauge as soon as you pop it. It's a 5-star support equip. It instantly gives you 100 art gauge, which is extremely good. On anybody like Sunny, for example. On Sunny, that allows Sunny to instantly start using her arts, which is extremely good. So yeah, I recommend using this if you are going to be pulling on this for that. That is an extremely good equip, and if you don't have it and you are kind of a whale and you want to have the best equipments in the game, that is an extremely good support equip. Apart from that, though, this is also kind of lackluster as well. Also, Santa Finn's doll is, I don't know what this is either. Like I said, I'm going to update in the description all the Christmas stuff and tell you which one is the best from the Christmas stuff. Moving on to the light equips. So this is literally all true weapons. So if you are missing any of these true weapons, it is going to be good. So Lisa's true weapon is an AoE cleanse. It's pretty solid if you don't have any other cleansing item, but there is better cleansing items. Also, Lisa's true weapon is very flexible in the sense that it can be used on a multitude of units that have 5-star healing items just because you need to cleanse. But like I said, there's better cleansing items than it. I think there's even items that have lower CTs than it that can cleanse all statuses like it does, apart from disease and faint. That's the only thing that doesn't cleanse. So yeah, I think it cleanses disease. I just don't think it cleanses faint. So yeah, apart from that, though, it's a very good cleansing item if you need a cleansing item. Next is True Rude Magus. This is able to give Zorg, I think, 20% extra damage, and I think it's 50% more defense, or 70%. It's one of the two. So yeah, this makes Zorg extremely good. It makes him have a lot more survivability with the defense increase, so that's really good on him. Also, True Rude Magus, during break, it gives you 70% crit chance, I'm pretty sure. So if you need the crit chance, there you go. It allows Zorg to crit, so that's extremely good. It makes Zorg even hit harder. Apart from that, though, Zorg's true weapon isn't required on him. He's already good without it, but with it, he does become a lot better. Of course, not S tier worthy, but he's still A tier with it. But it's still a really good option on him. If you're going to be using Zorg, I definitely recommend getting his true weapon because it's going to help him out a lot. Moving on from that, we have his Fina's True Centurion. This, like I said, one of the best true weapons in the game. Fina needs this for her to be S tier, so this is an extremely good true weapon. This is able to give Fina innate BE gen. This is able to give Fina, I think, 2 to 3 arts gen per second, which is huge. Like I said, that's huge. Also, her skill from it is giving you, I think it's 30% of the damage you take, you heal. And that's an AoE, so 30% of the damage your team takes, you will heal it back for like 20 seconds or something like that. It's insane. It makes your team have a lot of sustain, and you become extremely tanky with it. So it's a really good healing item as well. It's a 5-star magic attack item, and yeah, Fina needs this for her to be super top tier, and she is really good. So I recommend getting this if you don't want to. Let's say, for example, you got Freed and Fina, and you want to spend your rainbow gems on Freed's true weapon that you get from the first friends, but you want to also get Fina's true weapon, then you don't mind spending some money, this is probably your best way to get it. 1 in 5 chance, really good. Moving on from that, the other 2 true weapons are actually very solid. We have Sila's and Mixi's true weapon. Now, Sila's true weapon gives her 1,000 HP with her ability, and I think increases her damage by 20%. So that's really good. Also, her skill that she gets from it, I think she ignores defense by 50% or something like that with her skill. So that's pretty solid as well, but nothing too crazy. And then Mixi's true weapon, I'm not for sure what Mixi's true weapon does at all. Here, let me see. I'm actually gonna have to go to the this town real quick and see what Mixi's true weapon does. So Mixi's true weapon, her skill is able to do light damage. She has an 80% chance of poisoning the enemy and art gauge 30 up. That is extremely good for her. Also, her abilities are increased accuracy rate by 20% and reduced skill CT speed by 20%, meaning she's able to counterattack a lot more with this, so that's extremely good on her. Also, her demon noble family, when equipped by Mixi, increases own damage by 20% and reduces equipment CT speed by 20%, so all of her equipment is going to be reduced by 20%, so her cooldowns are for equipment, which is extremely good. So yeah, Mixi's true weapon is very good if you're planning on using Mixi a lot. Her true weapon is extremely good on her. Now let me go back to this, and then I think that's all of the light true weapons if I'm not mistaken. So also, wait, are they getting awoken? Oh yeah, she is getting awoken. Oh cool. But yeah, so yeah, Mixi's true weapon is good as well. Pretty much the light, like I said before, very solid all around. All the true weapons are very good. So yeah, light is the same thing like I said for the units. Very solid, very good. Moving on from that, we have the dark equipment, or the dark light equipment. So let's talk about this. The only notable ones on here is literally True Nemesis and Regulus's True Equip. I think True Alchemia is okay. I don't think it's that good. And then the other two at the bottom, I don't think it's good as all. I'm pretty sure they're not good. From going off memory, I'm pretty sure. So True Nemesis is what Regulus needs in order for him to be S tier. If he does not have this, he's not really good at all. So this is extremely good if you want to try to get that. You have a 1 in 5 chance to get his true weapon. Also, Reg's true weapon, or Regishiram, or Rags, his true weapon is good as well. I think this reduces his skill CT speed by 50%, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. And then it also increases attack by 15%. So it's okay. It's nothing too crazy. But he doesn't need it. Rags, most of the time there's better options than his true weapon on Rags. Like most of the time you want to use scissors because it gives you more art damage, or you want to use snippy snips because it reduces physical resistance or something like that on him, so he does more damage. So yeah, his true weapon's not increasing his damage really that much at all. So yeah, so the notable two out of this is, I think, the True Nemesis Crow and his true weapon, or Rags' true weapon. Apart from that, I think the dark pack is kind of lackluster as well for true equips. So yeah, I think for this personally, I think the best one to pick from this as well is the light pack. So yeah, out of those two, the light pack I think wins it all, being the best well-rounded pack for the Awoken packs. Now I want to say this too, is that for the Awoken packs, let me see right here, let me see what's in it. These are probably going to be a lot cheaper than the units. Specifically, these are probably going to be around maybe 90 crystals. This is probably going to be around like maybe 40 bucks, 30 bucks maybe. So yeah, these are going to be a lot cheaper, I'm pretty sure, than the Awoken packs. So True Equip packs are very good. The light pack is probably your best bet. But of course, if you are missing any of these true weapons and you use those units a lot, then hey man, try your luck at them. This is going to be one of the best times to try it, because you have a 1 in 5 chance to get whatever equipment you want. Or let's say like you want Ar's true weapon, you want Finn's suit, you also want Finn's hat, and you want his Santa doll, then hey, the Earth pack is extremely good for you. It's more so just what you want, because I'm not able to see your box, you know what I mean? So you kind of have to guess yourself. And of course, if you're unsure of like what you want, or like if you're unsure if like this is probably the best option you can make or the best choice you can make, you can always ask in my Discord. There's a ton of helpful people in there. I try to be as active as I can as well, answering questions and everything. So yeah, if you're not for sure on what you should buy, you can ask in there as well. Now guys, I know this was a little bit longer video than usual, but hopefully you guys do enjoy. Oh wait, they're right here. Oh. Damn it. They're right here. Alright, so let me see real quick. I'm gonna review the equipment, the Santa equipment real quick, the Christmas equipment, then I'll tell you what I think about them. Okay, 5-star Finn Santa doll is extremely good. Really good really good support equip. Very good, recommend it. And also the 5-star magic for Mira could be good on a mono fire team, so yeah. And then also I think there was the Roy one. I don't think he was Red Nose Roy, was he? He was... What was in this? It wasn't Red Nose Roy, was it? Okay, it was Red Nose Roy. So Red Nose Roy is a 5-star defensive. It reduces damage to all allies by 10%, and water damage by 20% for 20 seconds. So yeah, it's the weakest one out of the bunch. So my point still stands. It kind of does buff up the Earth Pack a little bit, but yeah. The Earth Pack I think is definitely really good too, overall for equips that you can get from it. So yeah, apart from that though, guys, that is gonna be really it for the video. This is an extremely long video. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to say as much as I could about the units, so whenever you guys buy them, you can make the best estimate or the best choices possible. So yeah, guys, apart from that though, guys, it's me, your boy OP. Thank you all for watching the video. Thank you all for staying tuned. Hopefully you guys are gonna have an amazing Christmas over the summer. So yeah, hopefully all you guys have an amazing Christmas over the holidays and everything. Me personally, I have a lot of stuff to do before we get to Christmas. So yeah, apart from that though, guys, it's me, your boy OP, and I'm out, guys. Peace.